Time! Time! Yes. Well, you better be careful what I'm saying, Dave. No trouble, no trouble. Oh, yeah.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello. Do you want crazy? What do you want crazy?
Bye then.
The TV remote? Oh.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right. It's Dead Man. The world, as you know, is in awful shape. And it's all because of the Death Stranding.
Wow. Bye, mate!
The dead started to
Well, there you
find
are.
their way into our midst, crossing over from the other side. We call these entities BTs, Beached Things. When they came into contact with the living, the result was instant annihilation. A void out, leaving nothing but a massive
Yeah, I need to play
crater
the first
in its
Death
wake.
Stranding, I do. Can't wait till July, get all this time off. Ooh! Oh, it's going to be great.
But that
Game
was
of
only
weekend,
the
that it'll be.
beginning.
It's going to be.
Strange rain fell from the sky, rapidly aging everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old. Those who survived these changes came to fear both timefall and BTs alike. They withdrew into the remaining cities, which in turn closed their doors to outsiders. People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person. They grew distant from one another and became further isolated. The social, cultural,
Let's play the
and
first one,
political
and
bonds
then
between
two.
humans began to crumble.
Because the baby's all grown up into it, innit?
The Death
Think it has.
Stranding was hastening humanity's extinction. Seeing this, Bridget Strand, the last president of the United States of America, founded Bridges, an organization committed to making America whole again and providing a future for all humankind.
Oh.
However, Bridget died before she could realize this ambition. It was you, Sam, who took up
Gosh,
her
I'm
cause
screaming.
and resolved to see it through.
Bloody crap.
Sam, the humble porter, who also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate, the one and only person who could save
The Stephen
humanity.
Brothers got a spare
So
laptop.
with Bridges' Cupid in hand, and accompanied by the Bridge baby Lou,
I don't know, you have
you
to buy a
embarked
capture
on
card,
a
you know?
journey across North America. Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phosphorphobia, or the fear of being touched. The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you strive to bring people together. By extending the chiral network across the length and breadth of the continent, you would enable the rebirth of the United States as the United Cities of America. You were also to rescue Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by
Sorry, this morning
terrorists.
the customer called me
These
daddy.
were the vital missions you were
I was
entrusted
half of
with,
it,
Sam.
I'm thinking, why? Just why? So weird.
We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support your efforts. There was our director, Di Hardman, a close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to fulfilling her final wishes. His commitment to American Reconstructionism was absolute, and for that he was named the first president of the UCA.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Sam, the incomparable dead man, yours truly. I'd like to think we
We
became
haven't
the
played
best
PS
of
much, have we
friends.
really?
As you may
Fuck,
recall,
yeah.
I was born from an artificial womb, and over the course of my life was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and mentally to help you and your
Excuse
BB,
me.
Lou. Mama
If I
and
got to
Lachlan
that.
were twin sisters, as you may remember. Skilled scientists who developed the Cupid, which
Oh,
was
did I?
essential
Yeah,
for
okay.
chiral network expansion. A personal tragedy caused the two of
Gonna
them
be
to
poo
grow
tonight, eh?
apart. But they've since reconciled, with both their souls residing in the same body. Heart.
So guys, welcome in to
Every
Death Stranding
21
2
minutes, his
then.
soul departs his physical form.
We're going to take a look at this
And for
new
3
game that
minutes,
has come out
his
today.
body is clinically dead.
Peace and quiet until I
During
go
his
to work.
temporary death,
We'll see
his soul
how
is
we
sent to the
do.
beach. That's why he knows more about the beach and the Death Stranding than anyone else. His knowledge
So,
proved indispensable
it is Death Stranding
in the
2 on the beach.
execution of your mission, Sam.
We are going through the story so far. So if you haven't played Death Stranding 1, go and play it because you'll understand it a bit more.
Fragile, leader of the private delivery outfit Fragile Express. Exposure to timefall caused her entire body from the neck down to age significantly. It was the mark of a terrible betrayal. Higgs, a former comrade, used timefall as an instrument of torture, you see. To no surprise, Fragile was hell-bent on getting revenge. But after meeting you, Sam, she had a change of heart. As your friends, we would stop at nothing to see you succeed. But ultimately, crossing the continent was something you had to do on your own, with only Lou for company. And with no end to the forces that stood in opposition. Deadly BTs, unforgiving terrain and unpredictable weather, ruthless terrorists.
Oh, you on to? You
The list goes on.
got one last night tonight?
Yeah, I've got last night's night.
Without a doubt, your greatest enemy was Higgs. Convinced
son.
that humanity deserved to
I
go
know.
extinct, he kidnapped Amelie and tried to torment you and countless others. But neither
Are you
he
doing nights
nor
all the time,
anything
buddy?
else could stop
Not
you
next week.
from achieving your goal.
After today, I'm off till next Wednesday.
The chiral network was finally completed. The bridge to the future was built. But your ordeal was not yet over. You had to learn the real nature of the Death Stranding. A secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time. And a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation, Sam, and did what had to be done. America rose from the ashes as the UCA. And as the people celebrated
Yes,
your
it is.
accomplishments, you carried out one final mission in secret. To save your BB. To save Lou. You removed the child from the pod that was the
So
prison
warm still.
and
Fucking.
began a new
Yeah,
life
it's warm.
together.
understand
And
this
so it
weather, I
was
don't.
that the two of you
No,
vanished
weather's ridiculous.
without so much as a trace.
So guys, that is your Death Stranding recap then. I'm just going to make sure the options are good. I think it's casual. I always know that casual. Actually, we'll do a story because I like story. Need to check the audio.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So let's crack on. Right, let's see what the new game is. I do like this one, right? Because you put in your year, you put in the month you were born, and your day. This uses your star signs to affect the dooms on it.